In the mid-2000s, whilst not as strong as the 1990s, Serie A was still a formidable footballing competition. Between 2000 and 2010, 3 Champions League titles were won by Italian teams. And if it wasn't for Liverpool's historic comeback in Istanbul, it could have been 4. But who were the top 10 most highly valued defenders in Serie A according to Football Manager 2006? Let's load it up and find out. I'll always remember this guy in the PES 2006 World 11. He was basically impassable from what I remember. Here we find Cordoba at Inter Milan. He ended up playing 13 seasons at the club, making 455 appearances. During his time there, he won 15 trophies, including 5 Serie A titles. Internationally, he was also the 2001 Copa America champion with Colombia. Giorgio Chiellini with a full head of hair. At 20 years old, he plays for Juventus. The season before, he spent at Fiorentina, where he was co-owned with Juve. His good form there led Juve to acquire him entirely, and the rest, they say, is history. The more eagle-eyed amongst us would have noticed Walter Samuel recently in the Argentina coaching staff of the 2022 World Cup. In 2005, though, he's lining up for Inter Milan. Prior to this, he came through the Newell's Old Boys youth system, before eventually joining Boca Juniors. At Boca, he won 2 league titles and a Copa Libertadores, before eventually moving on to Roma. Fabio Cannavaro, the 2006 World Cup winning captain, is in his final season with Juventus. In 2006, Calciopoli struck. Juve were relegated to Serie B, and he left the club to join Real Madrid. During his time in Spain, he won 2 La Liga titles before returning to Turin for one final season in 2009. The 32-year-old Dutch defender Jaap Stam. During his time in Italy, he would win 2 cup trophies with Lazio and AC Milan. His best form probably came with Man United, though, where he helped them win 3 Premier League titles and a Champions League. The Czech fullback Marek Jankulovski. He would spend over a decade in Serie A with Napoli, Udinese and AC Milan. In 2007, he was named the Czech Republic Player of the Year, an impressive feat considering the talent they had back then. In my opinion, he is criminally underrated on this edition of FM, but Zanetti, an absolute legend of the game. By the end of his career, he'd amassed 615 Serie A appearances, the 4th most in competition's history. He finished with 16 trophies at Inter and was an integral part of their treble-winning season. In 3rd place, we have Cristian Chivu. The Romanian defender was playing for AS Roma in 2005. During his time in the Italian capital, he helped the club win an Italian Cup. He eventually moved on to Inter Milan in 2007 and once again was a major part of their success over the next few seasons. The runner-up on our countdown, Alessandro Nesta. At 29 years of age, here he's in his footballing prime. He began his career with Lazio, progressing through the youth system, and eventually helped the club win their last Serie A title in 2000. Unfortunately for Lazio, due to massive financial issues, they were forced to sell their star defender to AC Milan in 2002. He proved to be very successful with his new club, though, and won 2 more league titles and 2 UEFA Champions Leagues. He was also part of the Italy squad which won the 2006 World Cup. But without further ado, let's move on to our winner. The most highly valued Serie A defender in 2005 was Gianluca Zambrotta. The Italian international spent 7 seasons with Juventus before leaving the club to join Barcelona in 2006. His time in Spain was largely unsuccessful, as he only won a Spanish Super Cup. He returned to Italy in 2008 to join AC Milan. For his national team, he played the entire 2006 World Cup final, helping his team overcome France. It's safe to say Serie A back then had a lot of great defenders. In my opinion, in more recent years, the quality of Italian football definitely diminished. A resurgence could be on its way, though, with Milan, Inter and Napoli all looking favourable to progress through to the season's Champions League quarter-finals. Time will tell whether an Italian club can break their 13-year drought of winning football's greatest club prize. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.